Back to the Western Cape, Vanessa Poonah is outside Parliament where there's a picket, against women and child abuse. Vanessa, what's the latest?
Yes, good morning to you. And the picket outside Parliament is indeed growing. Since 8 o'clock this morning and even before, we've seen scores of learners from the Cape Town High School and then joined by hordes of people, really, all clad in black. And of course, this, the day of mourning, a day of remembering Nene, declared by UCT, kick-started by this picket, and people from all walks of life. We've seen political parties with their banners. We've seen unions, trade unions with their banners. But we've seen ordinary people on the ground with banners, some saying that rapists and murderers and drug lords reign supreme. A lot of communities are feeling that they're under siege, and also in the light of this brutal murder of this 19-year-old, but also the murders continuously on young women, on children, the rape and violent assaults on these women and children, and really people from all walks of life. I'm joined here by a group of women. They work at a local design company. Sumaya, you tell me that you've come out because you say enough is enough.
Enough is enough, and we are very sad that everything was happened so, and nothing has been done for our people. That raping and stuff getting continuously and nothing stopped. The government do nothing, absolutely nothing for our people, and it's so sad that we must come down here now to do things like this now. And my heart is very sore for the people that's dead now, and I hope and pray that something's definitely going to be done to our people, yeah.
Yes. A word there, of course, from the mothers also of young women that face being targeted each and every day, saying that they are calling for more to be done to create safe environments for young children, for women. They themselves, of course, I see another lady here, ma'am. You also have come out today in support of this picket, in saying no to gender-based violence. As a woman in South Africa, what are your fears? What is it that you would like to see being done?
I would like to be seen done that something must be done to all the women of South Africa. We are ladies that walk alone in the morning. We do go and walk alone with our children to the creches and whatever, to the bus stops to come out and work. So something really must be done. And for those who that go through this now, it's so sad. And for those loved ones, we all feel it with them because we're all women, we're all mommies, we're all grandmas, and that's why it's very, very sad.
Of course, the word sad, the word outraged being the order of the day here. Just behind me, a woman with quite a few young men with posters as well. If you can just step forward for me, saying that you will remember their names, and if we can just have a quick look at this poster here. Names like Uneni Mehwetana, Jessie Hess, Yannicka Malo, Lynette Volskenk, of course you would remember that she's the woman whose body was found cut up in black bags in Bellville not too long ago. Megan Kramer, the horse riding enthusiast who was also killed here in Cape Town. And then, of course, and I think this is the important part, millions more. Why have you come out in support of this picket today?
I think we all just need to show that we care as well, and we need to have a stand, and I think enough is definitely enough.
Violence against women perpetrated mainly by men. As a young man, what is it that you'd like to say to your fellow young men, to older men, to men in society? Because oftentimes women are the victims at the hands of men.
I think, as you can see with all the posters here, like, we aren't the problem, but now we can be the solution as well. Or we are the problem, but we can be solutions as well.
Thank you so much. Of course, there are just a couple of voices from the various people across societies, UCT campus, but also, like I've said, workers at factories, just mothers from the communities coming out. And I was handed a piece of paper a short while ago about what I assume was a UCT student saying, "Men cut your culture." And that is really the essence of the outrage that we are seeing here today. Banners saying #AmINext. Of course, we know that there have been thousands and thousands of signatures on various petitions, also calling for the instatement of the death penalty, asking for a state of emergency to be declared in South Africa on gender-based violence. And this picket outside Parliament growing by the minute. A little later on today, at about 11 o'clock or so, the movement will go back to UCT on campus, where a memorial service will be held for Nene, as she is fondly known. And then later on in the day, of course, a meeting of UCT staff and students students having declared this day a day of mourning, but also a day of activism against violence against women and children.
Vanessa, do we know who will be attending that memorial service?
We understand that there will be the Vice-Chancellor will be in attendance, as well as various other members of the UCT Council will be there. But more importantly also, I think, is the student complement. Students from across various faculties. We've spoken to students from the science department, all of them, some master's students that have also spoken to us, saying that they have taken it upon themselves. Their conscience, a collective conscience, would not allow them not to be part of today's proceedings, remembering not just Nene, but also all the thousands of young women, some who have not even been reported when it comes down to violence against them, abuse within homes, sexual crimes and assaults, some that have never seen the light of a police station, that have never seen the inside of a courtroom. And they are all coming together today in one voice, calling on serious intervention to protect young women and children in this country.
Familiar refrain, enough is enough, and that's the thoughts coming from the people that you're speaking to. Vanessa Poonah, thank you very much indeed. Vanessa's coming to us live from outside Parliament. Look, a lot of people are weighing in on this issue. South African Minister of Defence, Nosiviwe Mapisa-Nqakula, who is also a chair of the Cabinet Security Cluster, says the killing of women in South Africa is a serious crisis that needs urgent attention. Now, the UN Women Director, Dr. Phumzile Mlambo-Ngcuka, has also called on South African government to come up with a clear program to deal with this.